some women believe that men prefer younger girls, especially those who are 18 years old, not just because of their bodies, but more importantly because of their innocence and ease of manipulation.
Some men, they date younger women just so they can use them, but most of the time that's not why men choose to date younger women. But let's keep listening.
Men use this approach to mislead women, and in reality, their bias against older women is not entirely based on physical factors, but rather on the belief that younger girls are easier to control. Older women, such as those who are 38, 48, or 58 years old, are indeed also welcomed, but this preference is often hidden behind the misconception about younger women. Men's attraction to 18-year-old girls partly stems from their simplicity and low cost, as well as their susceptibility to deception. Young girls tend to spend less on dates, such as a cup of milk tea or a street-side snack is usually enough, while older women might spend hundreds of yuan on a single date. This economic difference is merely superficial, reflecting a low-cost exploitation of younger girls rather than genuine appreciation. Additionally, some men in society attempt to control younger girls by various means as they enter the workforce, even trying to bind them through early pregnancies and other methods. This phenomenon reveals the exploitation and manipulation of younger women. Women should recognize that true value does not depend solely on age, but on personal ability and wisdom. The so-called affection for young girls is just a facade covering economic and control needs.
为什么不建议大龄剩男去追20出头的小姑娘？
Why I don't recommend older single men pursuing young women in their 20s. First, this may seriously hurt your self-esteem. She is so young while you are already older. When you walk together down the street, people might think you are a couple, but those who don't know you might even assume you are father and daughter. This can make you feel extremely awkward and frustrated. If someone asks about it, it's a huge blow to a man's self-esteem. Second, dating young women can be exhausting. While women in their 20s are young and beautiful, these qualities don't solve real-life problems. If they lack relationship experience, they might act very capricious and unpredictable. For example, she might argue with you today and have a tantrum tomorrow, often needing your comfort. You're already exhausted from work during the day, and coming home to deal with her emotional issues can make you feel very tired and helpless.
So she's saying all this stuff, right? Does dating older women, don't men have to also go through the same thing? I don't think she knows what she's talking about, but let's keep watching.
Men know how to take good care of yourselves? Finally, the risks of pursuing young women are relatively high. After all, they're still young and might not be planning to get married soon. If you continue dating and after 2 or 3 years, you break up, she can still look for new partners while you transition from being a middle-aged man to an older man. This situation can feel very unbalanced. Who will bear the cost of your youth? A man's youth is also limited. In summary, I sincerely do not recommend older single men pursue women in their 20s.
What do you mean by that?
Instead, it's better to seek out older, equally excellent,
Oh, really?
still attractive women like us, who are suitable to be your lifelong partners. We are the true destination for you men's lives.
Here I come.
If that's the case, right, then why didn't she get a man when she was younger? Why she waited until she get older? So basically what she was doing, she was just chasing her degrees and all this kind of nonsense. So men was not one of her goals. So now she's getting older, everything is probably different now. I think that's why she's seeking for a partner now.
年龄阶段的男生都喜欢比自己小的女生。
Not all age groups of men prefer younger women. For instance, a man born in 1998 might be interested in women born in the same year or in 1997 or 1996. However, men born in 1988 or 1989 may not be as interested in women of their own age. This is because these men, when they were in their 20s, often faced similar situations where women of their own age were dismissive and did not value them. At that time, these women were often very picky. Now, as these men have reached a more mature age and their conditions have significantly improved, such as having purchased a house and increased their income, they might no longer be interested in women of their own age. You looked down on them when they were poor, and now they might lose interest in you due to your older age. So, to the women born in 1997 or 1998, if we are not exceptionally good-looking and our other conditions are quite ordinary, our greatest advantage is our youth. Time flies by, and a few years pass quickly. Don't wait until our only advantage is gone before regretting. In contrast, I have encountered far more men born after 1995 than women born in 1995. Many men from the post-95 generation who have decent conditions already feel that they are no longer young, while many post-95 women still feel young, as if they are still children who can play for a few more years. Ladies, I want to tell you that the women born in the late 80s and early 90s who were still single 5 or 6 years ago had the same thoughts as you do now, but they are now tasting the consequences of their actions. The men who had good conditions at that time and were viewed as backup options have long since been married off to women with discerning tastes. At that time, those high-quality men who pursued them were considered by these women to be less valuable because they thought they could find someone better. As a result, now in their 30s, the quality of men remaining around them is increasingly poor, and some can't even see any single men. Therefore, the situation of many older women is a result of their own actions. I hope that young women now do not repeat the same mistakes. In reality, there are many decent men of the same age around you, so act quickly.
This is the mindset that keep them single, right? They always thinking that they have time. They probably had guy that wanted to take them serious, but in the back of their head, they were saying like, I have plenty of time. I am not ready to settle down, or I am not ready to be in a serious relationship until it's too late for them. So now some of them, you see them on TikToks where they're recording themselves crying. They asking, where are the good men? When they had the time, when they encountered those guys, what did they do? They didn't want those men because they were still thinking that they have plenty of time. They think they have time, but the funny thing is, time will not wait for them.
你说为啥男人年龄越大就越喜欢找小的呢？
Many men tend to prefer younger women as they age. This phenomenon can sometimes be related to personal experiences. I remember in my 20s, I didn't intentionally seek out younger women. In fact, I found it easier to get along with women who were a bit older than me.
The reason that I think he probably didn't go after those younger women is because usually when they are the same age as you, they send your baby, right? So I remember when I was in high school, when you're trying to talk to a girl the same age as you, they're gonna say you're a baby, right? The reason that I think older women probably interested in those guys, or maybe men around their age not looking for them.
At that time, there were a few women a few years older than me who were interested in me. One woman who was 5 years older pursued me, but I didn't agree. There were also several women 2 or 3 years older who were interested, but due to various reasons, I missed those opportunities. When I was 25, I even met a married woman who was 10 years older than me. She wanted to have some thrilling experiences with me.
This is crazy. So this woman was married and then she still wanted to have fun with some younger guy when she was in a relationship. Yo, you can't really trust these birds, man. This shit is crazy. Let's keep watching.
With me. But at that time I was still young and didn't fully understand such emotional and opportunistic situations, so I missed many possibilities. Looking back now, I realize I was quite foolish and missed many opportunities. As I've grown older, I find myself more inclined towards younger women, such as those aged 19 or 23. However, the reality is that my financial situation doesn't allow me to pursue these younger women. For men, you either have money or an age advantage, and now I have neither a significant economic advantage nor an age advantage, making it quite difficult to pursue younger women. Reflecting back, the feelings I had when older women showed interest in me are quite similar to how I feel now about younger women. It's a desire to find a younger, more energetic partner. This phenomenon exists for both men and women. However, youth often leads to missing opportunities due to a lack of understanding, and by the time one matures, these opportunities may no longer be available. Straight men often miss many possibilities because of this characteristic, which makes them feel regretful and unfair in their romantic lives.
So there's something that I don't understand, and I don't think I'll be able to understand it. When a woman is younger, she wants older men, but when she gets older, she wants a younger man. Do you guys think that those reasons that those older women gave men that they shouldn't date younger women, do you think those reasons are valid reasons, or they just shaming men for wanting to date younger women?